What's up, guys? Welcome to A Vibe Call West Radio. Today we have a very special guest, Dende. What's up, man? How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm good. How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing great. By the way, just want to say, the way that this kind of happened is I follow you on Twitter because I'm a fan of yours, obviously. And I saw that you guys are going to be in LA, and I literally just shot my shot, and I was like, let's get a really dope artist on here. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your trip to come here.
No, for sure. Thank you for having me.
This is awesome.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out Noah for helping set this entire thing up. And really quick, let's kind of go to the board right now. So the premise of the show, guys, is that I asked Dende what his favorite album of all time, which is a funny question because you don't think about it that often, right?
Nah, not at all.
So I gave him a fun exercise, and he figured out that, Confessions by Usher was his favorite album of all time. So then I wanted to make his life a little bit harder by putting it into an Elite 8 bracket, which I would love to see on the board, please. An Elite 8 bracket, the way that I seeded the songs is based on total number of streams on Spotify. The way they progress is Dende's opinion.
Jesus.
I know. Do you want to find out the best song on this album, or how you feeling about it?
We're about to figure it out right now. All right, so 1 against 8. We're going to get Superstar going past, yeah.
Ooh, all right. So can you break it down for me? Like, that's also, I love an upset in here. Can you break it down to me like it's a sports team? Like, why do you think that's a better song? Like, why does it go on?
Yeah is a hit. Like, it's a smash. It went crazy. But Superstar, it's a song.
It's a song.
I love songs.
Yeah.
I really love songs.
I feel you.
So Superstar's definitely beating Yeah to me. Confessions Part 2 and Bad Girl. Dang.
So it's gonna be tough. So we're gonna go like this. Actually, no, I appreciate that. I love how engaged you are, and you want to do this. So that's really quick though. What song do you think is aged better between Yeah and Superstar? What sounds
Superstar.
Yeah. So that's also like a big part of like why
sure.
songs stick with you. So I love that. So Superstar's going on next. Let's go to the 2-7 matchup. My Boo versus Confessions. I know I don't want you to break your neck. I'm sorry.
Sheesh. I love My Boo, but I'm going to go with Confessions.
Break it down for me.
Confessions is another timeless one. My Boo is a timeless one too, but Confessions is it's the namesake of the project, man.
It's the title track.
It's amazing.
Man. Yeah, you got to have, it's amazing when the title track is super strong.
Yeah.
And, there's another title track kind of thing coming up that's very, very strong that we'll see probably a little bit later, but awesome. So as everyone's seeing right now, I'm forcing Dende to tell me his favorite song on his favorite album. So this is a lot of fun. Thank you for doing that. I'm going to switch really quick. But before I do that, I think it's really fair to kind of ask, how's your year been? Because from my perspective, you have left your fan base the farthest thing from famished. You've done an amazing job putting out high quality music.
Thank you so much.
So how, in your perspective though, because I think it's going amazing. How's the year going for you?
I agree. I think it's going really amazing. We put out Before We Crash in January. We put out 95 Civic in March. Shout out to Billy Blunt, my producer. He's amazing. He made sure and laced up everything. Even if he didn't produce the whole track, he produced on it. He made all the seamless transitions and stuff like that. And then shout out for Miz, my A&R, for like helping me put the project together, and KB for helping me with the creative direction. I've honestly had a good, like, solid fan base, but these projects, like at the beginning of the year, kind of set me apart. Made a lot of people be like, oh, we should probably be watching this person and like respect the artistry, because I feel like a lot of people are putting projects out, but they aren't wholeheartedly diving into it. And the thing that I like to do is give you a whole world to go into. And I think we did it really well with that. So that was great. And then we had South by. I went to London. I was in London for a month on a residency with Billy. I was on my first headlining tour. My year's been crazy. I'm like,
give me that year. That sounds amazing, man. Congratulations.
Yeah. It's great. Thank you.
I think it's definitely a byproduct of the care that you put into each step, because you kind of telling me off camera that you guys want to level up each track.
Yeah.
And I think you guys do an amazing job of appropriately leveling up, because if the foundation's great, it's not gonna crumble. It's gonna keep growing. So that was amazing. Now I want to go into, I have some questions, some research that I've been doing on you, man. You're a very interesting guy, and I'm very happy when I'm able to find quotes about yourself. So if you see me looking down at my notes, it's just because I care. I just want to do the research. But I know a phrase that hits close to home for you is find a way or make one. And that's a reference to your time at Clark Atlanta University. How have you applied that to your mindset with music career? And what would you want to say to a young person listening about how they could apply that and stand out in the music industry?
So a way that I specifically have used it is almost in every way that I was initially starting with music. So I didn't have a producer. I didn't have money to pay for beats. So I started making my own. Like, I started recording in a practice room in college with a laptop and a microphone and a piano in there. people wouldn't book me for shows. I started throwing my own stuff. I threw shows inside of barbershops. I threw shows inside of clothing stores. I would pop up with speakers on the street. I went outside of a really popping restaurant in Houston with my guitar and just sang to people in line. I would do stuff like that. And still at this point, like we didn't even have like funding for our tour. Like shout out to Topo Chico, they threw us some bread. Shout out to Topo Chico.
The great drink, by the way.
Yeah, but we had to like get how we live. Like that tour got paid for by my family, one of my best friends from like 8th grade. Like we had to thug it out.
It's amazing.
For anyone that's like younger, trying to get into the music industry and using and applying, like find a way to make one. It really is just that. Like if you don't have an apparent way to get something done, either keep searching, because there usually is one, or you got to just make it happen. Like you have to just make something. Literally, if it's just showing up in the street and playing an instrument and singing or rapping or something like that, you have to do something.
You know, the thing that I really there's two things I took away. One was like just the care and belief and trust that your family and friends had in you to help you with that. Like that definitely is a reflection probably of your character and your relationships with them. So I hope people listening understand like you invest in your relationships, and that's really amazing to hear. I love that. And then two is like we're creative people. Like find a creative solution. Like again, like dude, be a barbershop, parking lot. Also, isn't one of the retail stores that you did your show in now it's like really popping? You were saying like now it's like that's like amazing. And like you're part of that story.
Yeah,
that's awesome. And now I'm gonna transition a little bit to the album, 95 Civic. And you know, right off the bat, I have to commend you, Ms. Noah, the entire team for having the connective tissue about that rollout. You know, between Before We Crash EP, the meaning of the album title, and everything in between, it really blew me away during my research. Like I was so invested in that. And it's funny that the best concept albums seem to be centered around a traumatic experience, a la Kendrick Lamar with his friend passing away in Good Kid, Mad City. And I know that the situation that you know you probably speak on with you was built out of that. And how therapeutic was 95 Civic in your own healing? And do you feel better after releasing the album and the quote unquote crash emotionally, would you say?
So 95 Civic is about someone I was engaged to. I wrote some of those songs when we were still together. We were kind of together, but yeah. I feel like making them wasn't as therapeutic as putting it out and being like, now I'm not done with it, but it's out into the world and I'm not just harboring this. Like I don't have to listen to this every single day. I still got to go perform it, and that's a different thing. But letting it out, like officially, is definitely therapeutic, because it's just like, all right, bet. Like now this emotion doesn't have control over me anymore.
And it's so funny. I feel like before an album releases, I don't know about you, I listen to it 1,000 times. Yeah. And the minute that it releases, I don't listen to it anymore.
I mean, I still listen because I like my music. I don't know what camera.
I like his music too, by the way.
but yeah, I don't listen to it as much. I literally, when I'm making stuff, I only listen to myself.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
that's amazing. So it's like you want to be inspired by that, like by yourself. And I respect. It's like it's like that. And that also makes a lot of sense, and it's probably why you're growing so quickly with your music careers, because you're listening and being like, oh, I want to improve on that, or I want to add that to the next song. Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense. And I know that especially for like a conceptual album like this, an intro is so important. And I know one of your favorite intros of all time is Busy/Sirens by Saba for Care For Me.
Yes. Interesting
question though. For a conceptual album like this, or a concept album, do you think it's more important to have a fantastic intro or an amazing outro?
Both. The crazy thing about this one was the intro to my album was originally the outro.
What? That's so sick.
Yeah, it was originally the outro, and then Miz was like, you should, because the relationship is over in that intro. But then the next song, I'm in the relationship still. Miz was like, you should start at the end. Let's start at the end and then work our way back there. Let's start at the end, go to the beginning, and then work our way back to the end again. I think it's really important to have really strong both, honestly. Because if that intro is really good, people are going to keep listening. If that outro is really good, they're going to start back over.
Exactly. It's going to bring you back. Yeah, the intro is so important for the emotional like texture of the album. Like if you said it correctly, like they're going to understand what they're going through. You did an amazing job with both. I just wanted to ask, because I know that it's so important. Like, you know, there's just so many like different examples of that. And so you have incredible stage presence.
Thank you.
I know you have an amazing backing band.
Yeah.
So there's something so powerful about how you sound on stage, and it sounds as good or better than the studio version. I want to ask though, how do you go about creating a set list, and do you love figuring out how to bring a song studio live with your band? Do you love that process?
Yeah. So set list wise, so for like our tour, we just did the album and the EP. We did the EP and the album straight down. We just did it like this is how it's supposed to be digested. So we're gonna do it like that. Now spicing it up and adding hits and like stuff like that. That's Billy. Billy is like a really amazing. He's very good at arranging stuff. He's very good at like altering it and elevating things. I will say that when we make songs, a lot of the time we make it in the hopes of doing it live. So sometimes making it, it's already like a live version.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And also like, because when you're producing, you probably have a lot of live instruments in the production. Yeah. So that translates really well. And so I know you're a big fan of Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
And he had an infamous performance at Coachella, even though in my opinion, just hearing Godspeed was like worth it. Like that just like made everyone float out of it. But I know that one time you were actually at a festival and or performance and Sway Lee was late. So you actually had to go on stage and just like help make sure the crowd was entertained. So I want to ask, if something happened at Frank Ocean's show at Coachella and you had to go take the main stage, what would be the song you would open with out of yours? What song would you close with? And if you had to do a Frank Ocean cover, what song would that be?
Oh man, open with is gonna have to be. I'm gonna get him engaged early, so I'm gonna do "Block Me." It's really hype, and I get people to like sing it back to me. And then to close with, since we're gonna transition to Frank, and he's not as hype most of the time, we're probably gonna do one where I'm just singing really well. So, yeah.
The wheels are turning. Yeah, it's tough.
That one's hard. Oh no. That's hard.
Dude, man. I got him, guys. This is I know he really cares. This make me happy.
It might be nightmares. It might be nightmares. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Sheesh. That's
very sad. Leave him sad.
Oh my
Just
God.
Leave him sad. And if I had to cover a Frank Ocean song, it would either be Godspeed or no, I'd probably be Godspeed. It's a great song.
Such a good song.
I cried to that song one time.
Dude, well, I was gonna say I cried to your Nightmares Up Rocks performance as you were crying. I'm like, damn, bro, that's like so powerful, and like you were living in that truth, and like that was authentic as fuck.
Thank you.
Like, congratulations on that, and come back to this when Dende is main stage, and let's see if he does the same songs. All right, now let's go back to the board. Thank you so much for those answers. Those were great answers.
For sure.
Let's go with Burn versus Caught Up.
Burn.
Boom. Break it down for me, please.
Like I said, every single song on this project is amazing. But it's gonna burn for me to say this. Man, he was killing it. This song is great, man. And he has like he's almost like a chanty thing at the end. Like, I love it. I love it. Mm-hmm. It's a great song.
Powerful song.
Caught Up is a great song too. It's more upbeat, but I like Burn.
We're going with Burn, guys. I love the thought you're putting into this. This is great. This is exactly what I want. All right, finally, before I break my neck, Confessions versus Bad Girl. Part 2. Ooh, I feel like it's a big one for people. It's gonna upset. Break it down for me, please.
Probably Bad Girl. Bad Girl's a bop. So is Confessions Part 2. But Bad Girl is a bop, bro. I'm rocking.
It's your list, man. And like, guys, it's his fucking list. So if he chooses Bad Girl, it's fine.
We could cuss?
Yeah, of course.
It's my fucking list.
It's his fucking list.
You let me
dude,
shut up.
Cuss, dude. You kidding me? I know I say radio on here, but we're not on the radio. Not yet, though, at least. But awesome. So now we have all the quarterfinals done. Dende is going to perform a song, but before he does that, Dende has this incredible knack for asking people questions of a would you rather. So I'm actually going to do a little bit of a role reversal on him. So I'm going to start off easy, and then we're going to get to some fun ones.
Cool.
So I don't know if this is actually easy. Would you rather collaboration with your two favorite artists? Which one, Usher, or if he was alive, rest in peace, Luther Vandross?
Sheesh. Dang, that's crazy.
It's the first one.
I'm gonna go Luther.
Sheesh. I love that.
I'm gonna go Luther.
Yeah, I mean, like I know that's a very special place for you since you were younger. Awesome. Now let's go a little bit more modern. I saw you recently tweet about this, but I'm interested. Song with Justin Bieber or Frank Ocean?
Dang, that's hard. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't wait for these on
People
socials.
are not gonna like this answer, but I'm gonna go JB.
I know. I saw you tweet that, man. I knew you were gonna choose that. I loved it, man. I'm getting the real questions out of this one. This one's gonna be funny though. Would you rather win a Grammy or have a cardboard cutout of yourself in every grocery store in America?
Oh shit, a Grammy.
That was an easy one. I just wanted to bring that up because I thought that was funny when I saw you say that. Grammy.
Oh my god.
Why do you want the grocery store cutout? Was it just like
this is just funny?
Yeah, it is funny, dude. If I was
I also wanted to have a. I also was trying to run for mayor of Houston and have floats, like mandatory floats with my head on them.
Dude, Noah's gonna manage the hell out of that campaign. He's gonna make sure that you win that. I'll vote for you. I'll fly there. Awesome. Let's keep it pushing with. Would you rather eat peanut butter from a bowl or a jar?
From the bowl.
Why the bowl? Why the bowl?
I didn't want to eat it straight out the jar because that's like if anybody else wanted some peanut butter, that's kind of messed up because I'm putting the same spoon in there. Yeah. So I scooped it all out and put it in a bowl.
It makes sense. I feel you. I don't know why people were so heated.
That was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous.
Like, let me eat how I want to fucking eat.
Peanut butter. Final one. Never be able to jerk off again or never be allowed to cut your hair / save any of your body parts.
What?
I know, right?
Never be able to cut my hair. I don't want
Dude.
I don't want to cut my hair anyway.
Yeah, I love that. I was gonna say that actually, but not you can't shave anything either.
That's fine.
Okay,
yeah,
love that. It's fucking sick. Thank you so much for doing that. Now, guys, after I put him through that gauntlet, I'm gonna have Dende sing his song "Flowers" live. I know that you guys are gonna be releasing a remix soon.
Yeah, we are.
I can't fucking wait.
Shout out to Xavier Omär.
Dude, shout out to Xavier. Also, shout out Billy, by the way. You're a producer. He's like if he does what you're telling me he does.
Billy's the GOAT.
Shout out Billy.
He's the GOAT.
Dope. So Jeff, can we please load that up?
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Wait. Say you out here trying to find love, something like your mama had. Saturday you spending in the club, laying bed alone right after, telling all your friends you had enough. These niggas out here really only want one thing. They don't make no plans, they don't know romance. They ain't got no job, only get one chance. I know you're a single cause you know you're worth it. So I tell you what I do, baby, then show that I'm the only man worth loving. You say I wanna buy you flowers, pick you up for a date next Friday night, lay up with you for hours. About all of your dreams, I tell you mine. I wanna buy you flowers, then take you on a walk, girl, on the beach, lay up with you for hours. I'll fall in love with you when you love me. I wanna buy you. I wanna buy you. Say I wanna buy you flowers. Say I wanna buy you flowers. All right, you can cut it.
Dude, how fucking sick is my job that I have one of my favorite artists fucking singing with me right next to his amazing fucking job.
Thank you.
Just the inflections, just the textures, the character, man. Wow.
Thank you.
That was, by the way, guys, for the Flowers remix, please look out for that. It's the original song is amazing, but just that you guys are breathing new life into it as a fan is so amazing. Now, we're going back to the board. We're gonna get a little bit harder right now. I love the upset still. We're gonna do Superstar. 2 upsets. Superstar versus Bad Girl.
Superstar.
Break it down. Why?
Damn. Nah, we're going Bad Girl.
Ooh, that's I think our first. Like I love that. Like
no, we're going Bad Girl. We're going Bad Girl.
So what was the inner dialogue in your head? Why did you switch that?
I started singing in both of my head, and I was like, which one do I want to sing more? Like if I want to sing it, which one do I want to sing more? And it's definitely Bad Girl.
Coming from a singer, that's perfect. That's a great response. We got Bad Girl again. Another. Oh, actually, not an upset. It's 8-5. It's my fault. Awesome. Bad Girl going on to the finals. Now we're doing. Oh my God! It was Confessions. It was Confessions versus Burn.
Yeah. Damn.
It's supposed to get harder, by the way, as it goes on.
Burn.
So we got okay. Why Burn? I know you were saying, yeah, so please.
Same reason as the other two.
So you just
do I want to sing more?
Yeah. It's such a unique experience. I think for like, normal listeners, it's kind of just like what, but you have that ability to sing both. That's so sick. Finally, now let's go to the finals. Bad Girl, like the bottom athlete, killed it. Bad Girl versus Burn. Vibe Call West Radio winner, Dende, Confessions by Usher. What is it?
My favorite on the album, Confessions by Usher, is gonna have to be Burn.
Boom. Burn. I wish I had one of those buttons. It's like fucking.
You just add it, right?
Yeah, I could add it in there just like
this.
Yeah, boom. Just burn. I know like when Joe Budden was playing your song, he just kept doing that over and over again. He was so excited. But all right. So Burn. And again, it's just because of the replayability and sing, just like how fun it is to sing.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So I know this is a quick episode, guys, but the amount of quality answers, jokes, conversations, like this is easily one of my favorite ones. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
I want to say though, it's always great. Please plug whatever you guys have coming up. Anything that you want to say. I know you just had a recent release.
Yep.
What would you like to tell the people?
Make sure you go listen to CXR's first collaboration tape, Before the Summer's Over. It's out right now on all streaming platforms. Make sure you go buy that merch too, because you know what? We're starving artists. We got to pay the bills some way. Just look out for music from the homie, also under CXR, Erica Officer. She's dropping a project. She's dropping her first project pretty soon. So watch out for her. And just follow me on Instagram at I am Dende, and on Twitter at Dende is me.
It's amazing, man. The fact that you're also shouting out the other artists on your label, it's dope that you guys are such a family. That's great. Awesome, guys. Also, when Dende runs for president in Houston, please vote for him. That's going to be our last thing. Joking. Awesome, guys. Vibe Call West Radio episode done.